Seriously, a lot of our amazing guests have come via Brad Forenza. And Brad Forenza is starting season 2 of his podcast. And let's watch this video.
What's happening? Who speaks for the desert?
This is it. Think you feel just like us.
Stay where you are and don't move.
I have nowhere to go.
Such a cruel, cruel planet.
It was quite layered. But if you look back now, the peaks and valleys of planet Earth have all evened out. See?
No,
It doesn't look so rocky from up here. It's just a blue and green composite now.
still feels uneven.
I understand, Maud, but you gotta be in it to win it.
We were supposed to return with a deeper understanding of things, but I'm more screwed up now than when we went down there.
It'll come into focus eventually.
Intelligent life, my foot.
Brad, come on in.
Hi, Amber.
Happy New Year, Brad. Thank you so much.
Here, thank
All
you.
right. Now, that clip is different from past episodes of Around the Sun, isn't it?
Yes, it's a little preview and it features my voice as the wide-eyed alien and 3-time Oscar nominee Piper Laurie's voice as the disgruntled alien. And in spite of her storied career, I don't think she ever played a disgruntled alien before.
Amazing, or as we like to say,
Totally.
amazing. That
Yeah.
is so cool. Let's give a brief recap of how you started Around the Sun, its purpose, and where you are now.
Yeah, well, thank you for helping Around the Sun to grow. We now have 2 full complete seasons of episodic audio drama content available for everyone to stream wherever they get their podcasts. Season 1 features Dr. Francois Clemens tonight, and season 1 took place in New York City. Season 2, which features Ms. Laurie and others, takes place in a nondescript part of the American Southwest, the desert. And what you just heard is a brief little teaser for our season 2 finale.
Tell us more about some of the actors in Around the Sun.
Oh gosh, wow. Well, if I start naming names, I know that I'm gonna inadvertently leave someone out. So I'll tell you that season 2, which we just wrapped, includes alphabetically Adasa from Encanto, Caroline Aaron from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Mindy Cohn from The Facts of Life,
Really?
Richard Kind from Everything, Richard Klein. Everyone has many, many credits, but Richard Klein from Three's Company, among other things, and Jenny Kwan from Avatar: The Last Airbender. We've got 3 more. Piper Laurie, who I referenced. We've got Taylor Purdie. We've got Bruce Valanche, Emmy-winning writer of award shows and guest on Amber Live.
Yes, Bruce Valanche. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for hooking us up for that interview. He was fascinating and so much fun to talk to.
It's perfect symmetry among brands, yours, mine, and his.
What how do you promote Around the Sun? What is your audience and how do you reach out to them?
Yeah, well, I learn as I go here. So thanks to you, Amber and Russell, and a wonderful team that is part of Amber Live. The word gets out to a new group of people. And thanks to someone like Bruce Valanche, someone like Dr. Francois Clemens, the word gets out to their people to the point where our season 2 audience was 20% international, which is just kind of mind-blowing to me. And we also, without doing too much self-promotion, Dr. Francois Clemens, you can't see it, but he wrote a foreword for the source material, all of the scripts that comprise Around the Sun. So it keeps growing and growing, and who knows where it will continue to grow to, but thank you for all your help thus far in the last 2 seasons.
Your scripts are in a book now that's available?
Correct. The book is called Vignettes, and it's all the textual source material for the episodes that people hear wherever they get their podcasts.
And how can people access that book?
Amazon, without, promoting them too much, but it's kind of unavoidable.
Sure.
Amazon and other online book entities through aroundthesun.com, through authenticallybrad.com. And yeah, that's how they can find it. That's the best way to find it.
You've had 2 seasons. You said season 2 just wrapped up. How long did it take you to develop a season?
Great question. The first season that Dr. Clemens was part of and took place in New York City, I had those pieces mostly in the bag prior to the pandemic. And then the pandemic helped me reconceptualize them for this blossoming podcast medium. It's like a flashback to the days of radio plays. Season 2 was a challenge for me, but a welcome one, because I had to write everything for that podcast landscape. So I had a year, which sounds like a lot of time, but when you think about writing 10 completely new episodes, casting them and producing them, and then in post-production, the episodes get edited before they ultimately reach the people. And then you worry about distribution and promotion. Thank you again for helping on that front. So it's a year-long process. And season 2 was a real welcome challenge for me to produce it for the online podcast audio drama landscape. I think
Season 2 takes place in the Southwest. Did you visit the Southwest?
Yeah, visited the Southwest last summer, but I had been there before, maybe never to the desert. The episodes were already in the bag, and my partner and I were already planning to go out to Palm Springs in Southern California. And it was while we were in Joshua Tree National Park that he said, hey, get that camera out, because you could be getting some good footage here. So then it becomes not only a mindful exercise and a mindful adventure in Joshua Tree, as we were talking about earlier in the green room, it also becomes an artistic experience. And my partner's super, ooper, duper patient in helping me through all that stuff.
What are your plans for season?
Can we do it again? Am I sweating? Yes.
What are your plans for season 3?
So we've got 1 season in our beloved New York City. We've got 1 season in the super duper hot Southwest. And I think since good things do come in 3s, maybe something cold is on the horizon.
Well, I'd say Vermont, but we haven't seen much cold yet this year. So, but you're welcome to come up to Vermont anytime. Brad, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the support you've given to Amber Live. The guests that you've introduced us to, phenomenal. Thank you so much. We're going to have Brad back later on to join a group conversation. So thank you so much, Brad.